Hello everybody, it's Mrs Edwards here. It's time for reading skills. It's Tuesday the 26th of January. So, yesterday we shared our text and we looked at sequencing the key events, didn't we? And I hope you all enjoyed me reading it to you yesterday. So there's the first part of the story, the second part of the story, the third part of the story, and the fourth part of the story. And as promised yesterday, we are going to work through the story one page at a time, and we are going to look at some questions. So if I quickly show you the questions, you can see that the answers for today's lesson are on page 1 and page 2. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to pages 1 and 2 and we are going to read it together. One moonlit night, as the spotted dog was lifting the flaps on the side of the chicken coop to make sure that the hens were all tucked in bed, he heard a twig snap in the woods nearby. "I know you're out there, Fox," he barked. "Stay away from my hens." "Good evening," said the wily fox politely, sauntering into the farmyard. "Back off," said the dog, "or I'll bite. You can't imagine for one moment that I would dream of taking one of your scrawny hens," lied the fox. "I much prefer a nice fat juicy duck." "Well, that's all right then," said the dog, scratching his fleas. "Just remember what I said." "Oh, I will," said the fox, edging closer. "I see you have a spot of flea trouble." "Don't talk to me about it," said the dog. "At this time of year it's agony. I never have any trouble myself," said the fox. "But then I know the secret that keeps them away." "What? You do?" asked the dog eagerly. "Please tell me." "I couldn't possibly," the fox replied. "It's a family secret." "Oh, please tell," pleaded the dog. "I'll give anything to get rid of my fleas." "Anything?" asked the fox slyly. "Well, almost anything. I suppose I might be persuaded in exchange for 5 or 6 of your stringy birds." "Definitely not," said the dog indignantly. "I'd lose my job." "Oh, well," said the fox, "suit yourself. Bye-bye." The following afternoon the fox came back. "Good afternoon," he said. "Hello," growled the dog suspiciously. "I've been thinking things over," said the fox, "and have decided to tell you the secret for nothing. I couldn't allow a fellow creature to suffer in so much pain." "That's wonderful," said the dog. "What do I have to do?" "It's quite simple, really. You just trot over the hill, down the other side, through the gate, along the lane until you come to a pond. Walk into the water and, as it gets deeper, the fleas will climb up your legs. Eventually, only your head will be dry and the fleas will be on it." Okay, so that's pages 1 and 2 of our story, and let's look at our questions again. So here we go. A flea in the ear. Where did the hens live? So you'd need to go back to the first page and you'd need to find where the hens lived in that first part of the page. And that's one of our retrieve questions because we're like a dog with a bone going in. How did the dog know the fox was nearby? And this is an explain question. So at what point do we know that the fox is nearby? And can I give you a big clue there? The word is nearby. And then we move on to question 1 here. What is the main idea at the beginning of the story? So we're summarising the beginning of the story now, and you've got to tick 1, so that means just 1, please. The fox wanted to teach the dog a lesson. The fox wanted to ask about his family. The fox wanted to trick the dog, or the fox wanted the dog to look after the hens. So think about the bit that we've just read together. So there's the first page and there's the second page. Have a little think. What is the summary of the beginning of that story? And then your next question is a retrieve question. Why did the dog want to know the fox's secret? And that's on page 2. So why does the dog want to know the fox's secret? So think about it. Think about what's wrong with the dog and think about what the fox has said to him. And then your last question today says, What reason did the dog give for not letting the fox have his hens? So what reason did the dog give for not letting the fox have his hens? So it's somewhere up in the top of this page here. Okay, my lovelies? So they are your questions for today. I hope you get on all right with them. Remember your vipers. Remember how we retrieve and answer questions. I will speak to you tomorrow. Bye bye.